The government's proposed same-sex marriage plebiscite has, as expected, been defeated in the Senate. Legislation to enable a national vote was defeated last night in the upper house, 33 to 29. Labor, the Greens, Xenophon and Hinch all opposing it. Liberal backbencher Dean Smith was absent from the chamber after earlier speaking out against the people's vote, saying a plebiscite was an abdication of Parliament's responsibility and would undermine Parliament's sovereignty. We've had some reaction to the developments in the Senate last night. Let's hear from a couple of cabinet ministers, the Deputy Prime Minister Barnaby Joyce and also Trade Minister Steve Ciobo. I spoke to him a short time ago.
Quite clearly we went to the election and said they would have a plebiscite. We're all realists. If they voted for it last night, I believe the plebiscite would have a very good chance of getting up. I don't know why, what the purpose, when people in the Senate know full well the promise that was made to the Australian people, and the alternate promise was made by Mr Shorten. The coalition won. If nothing else, you should respect the will of the Australian people at a mandate of the election. Now we move on to other issues.
Does this mean that it's off the table?
We move on to other issues now.
The Labor Party and the Greens, by purely only interested in playing politics. Let's not pretend for 1 second it's anything other than politics.
But Bill Shorten and Penny Wong, they argue it's about protecting those in same-sex relationships.
That is a completely illogical argument for two reasons. The first reason is, if it's really about making sure that the debate is not prolonged, and if it's really about making sure that there isn't harm on the community, which is what the Labor Party claims, well, why would you not deal with it in 3 months? Why keep it going for years?
That full interview with the Trade Minister coming up after 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time. In the meantime, here was the Labor Deputy Leader Tanya Plibersek defending Labor's position on this issue.
I know that there will be very many Australians waking up this morning relieved that their relationships and their families will not be subject to a vote by other Australians, determining whether those relationships, those families, are worth as much as every other Australian family. I know this has been a difficult period for many Australians. I know they'll be relieved at this decision. But this is not where the fight for marriage equality ends. We now need Malcolm Turnbull to do what old Malcolm would have done and allow a free vote in the Parliament.